Hi everyone, this is Jacqueline from She Rises Studios, and welcome to today's Light the Torch ceremony, where we shine a light on Misbehaving by Cindy Witteman, a heartwarming and beautifully illustrated children's book inspired by Cindy's real life journey as a beekeeper. This magical story invites young readers into the buzzing world of the hive where teamwork, community, and purpose come alive. Through playful storytelling and fascinating bee facts, children learn not only how bees work together, but why they matter so much to our world. So let's welcome the incredible author who is helping children see the beauty and importance of nature, Cindy Witteman. Hi, Cindy. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Well, we're so excited about this too. This is a very light and fun book to read. But before we go to the book, for the people who don't know you yet, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Let us know who you are, what you do, and what inspired you to turn your real life bookkeeping journey into a children's book.
Yeah, so I am the founder and CEO of a nonprofit called Driving Single Parents, where we give away cars to single parents in need. I've been doing that for 9 years now, and I absolutely love it. I call it heart work. I'm also the founder and editor in chief of Force Magazine, where we highlight people who are forced to be reckoned with, the host of and creator of Little Give Show, where we highlight ordinary people doing extraordinary things to help others. And what inspired me to write this book was so many people, when they find out I'm a beekeeper, they think, oh my goodness, don't you get stung all the time? And there's this thought process that like bees are like angry insects that are trying to harm you, when it's completely the opposite.
That's wonderful. Well, that is really a scare, for a lot of
Yeah.
people. So eh, what was the real reason behind writing this particular children's book?
Yeah, I really just wanted to share with kids that bees are not scary, that they are also not friendly. You don't want to go and approach a beehive or pet a beehive, but they're so necessary for the world. And they really don't want to hurt you. And in fact, when a bee stings, they actually lose their own life. So it's in the best interest of the
Mm.
bees and people in general to just keep your space, and respect nature, but know that they're out at work doing a really important service to our environment.
And it's very interesting. How were you able to balance education, making sure that you state facts, actual truth about bees and nature with imagination while writing the book?
That was kind of hard at first because that's my first children's book I've ever written. And I wanted to just like bombard the reader with like all these amazing, cool bee facts that I totally geek out over. But really making sure that I was blending in the fun, whimsical storytelling, and then the education component kind of being a side note. And I really wanted
Mm,
to do it that way because that's how you get the reader engaged. And then also, if you can write a book where the parent enjoys it too, it's kind of a bonus, so you can
yes,
enjoy the storytelling, but also learn something kind of by accident.
that's true, and a lot of times I am a mother too, although my kids are all grown up right now, but when they were little, you still are amazed that you still get this aha moments from amazing children's books, and I think this is just a great book to read and learn from. Was there a special character or a particular story in the book that's closest to your heart?
Absolutely. And so the main kid character in the book is Emily. Well, in the book, it's M-O me because that's my
Mm.
granddaughter's name, Emily. And before she could properly say her name, if you showed her a picture of herself and you would say, "Who's this?" she would say, "It's M-I me." And so for her whole life, we always call her M-O me. And so that's why I named the character in the book M-O me, just because it's kind of a playful way to tribute to her and her curiosity throughout the book. And so that character is really special. And then also the main beekeeper character in the book is called Smuckles. And that was my childhood nickname my dad gave me when I was growing up. So just kind of little family legacy weaved in as well.
That's awesome. That's pretty fun. Have you had a chance to read this to your granddaughter yet?
I absolutely did. I just read it to her and she got to see the paperback this past Sunday. And she was immediately, when she saw it, she was like, "It's me, Nana." That's what she calls me. "It's me. It's Emma me." And then she flipped the page and she was like, "And it's Nana, me and Nana in a book." And she was just so astounded by the fact that that was her in the book. And but that it's really cool that she recognized herself within the book. I kind of thought she would not recognize that it was her or it looked like her, even though it does, because it's kind of strange for a 3-year-old to see
That's
herself in a
true.
book. Yeah, so it was really cool.
That really is so cool. Now, what values do you hope your, your grandchildren and other people, other children in this world learn from the bees teamwork and kindness?
Yeah, I really want them to learn that although bees are really small, they make a big impact in the world. And as humans, we're also pretty small in the grand scheme of things, and we can also make a big difference. And it's those little bitty things that we can do every day that really add up to something really grand and really great that can change the world as a whole. And so really what I want children to get out of and my grandchildren to get out of this book and life in general is that if you just do that one little thing every day and everybody did that, it would really compound into something great.
That's true. That is so true. And when we teach them at a very young age through fun stories like this, it gets embedded in their hearts. And they bring it all the way when they're adult. Now, how can children make a small difference in their own community?
There's lots of ways. I have heard so many incredible ways of like kids doing neat things. They can collect the toilet paper rolls, for example, at their house, the empty ones, and then go donate them to an animal shelter. And oftentimes they'll turn those into cat toys. And they just little things like that, donate one box of cereal to a food bank. There's just so many different
Mhm.
things that kids can do to really get involved and see that if you just extend that ripple effect of kindness, it'll just keep going and going way past you and your day.
That's awesome. I love that. And what message would you like to share with the parents and the teachers and the young readers of your book?
Yeah, just I just want to preach kindness, just being kind every day is so important and you never really know who needs that little bit of kindness that you can give, that little thing you do. And so just extend kindness. Give a kind word. If somebody's on your mind, give them a call, send them a text, open a door for somebody, help them load their groceries in the car. Just those little tiny things that cost nothing really, really make a huge impact.
Small acts of kindness. I
Absolutely. Little
love that.
gifts.
I love that. Yes, that's true. And so to close us off here, can you finish the sentence? Because of this story, I hope every children remembers.
That bees are not scary, mean insects. They're friends.
That's awesome. I love that. And please invite everyone. Where can they buy your book?
It's available at Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Target, Walmart, over 10,000 online retailers. Me personally, I think it's the fastest, easiest way is to get it on Amazon. So that's where I choose to grab my copies. But it's available all over the place, and we hope to continue to extend it more and more and more.
Wonderful. Well, Cindy, thank you so much for creating a story that educates, inspires, and nurtures a love for the natural world. Misbehaving is a gentle lesson in community, respect, and the power of working together. It's a reminder that every small act of kindness matters, just like bee in the hive. To all families, parents, and little readers watching right now, this is a story you'll want to return again and again. So please get a copy. Miss B Haven is now available on Amazon. Grab your copy today and share the magic of the hive with the little ones in your life. Thanks again, everyone. And thank you so much, Cindy. Have a
Thank
great
you for
day.
having me on.